I just arrived, and to see this cemetery and to see 1,000 years of Polish Jewry and some of the great names that are buried here, you remember it's not just that there was a death here in Poland, there was a life for Jews here before in Poland, a very rich life, a textured life that had this great big cemetery, a Jewish quarter. And I think that the more you look at what existed here before, the more you can really appreciate not only the significance of the Shoah, but also the significance of what it means to keep Yahadut alive, that we should all practice and feel proud that there is something to give to our children.
So when we're talking about promoting the legacy or the story of the Holocaust, it's not only about the disaster, it's also about everything that was before, everything around it?
Listen, for me, I don't think you can boil it down to just one message. And I think my father's message, there were many aspects to it. I think that there was a message for the world, which very much resonated on we can't allow this to happen again. Humanity should treat itself in a humane way, not in an inhumane way. But I think that he also, through his own private practice, through the way he led his life in a very, he could be very loud when he needed to be when the world's issues were pressing. But for those who knew him, he had a very quiet manner, a very gentle manner. And that manner was the product of his upbringing. It was a question of his character, but it was also a question of he felt certain ethics and traditions, and he believed in being good to people. And that had a lot to do with his upbringing. And for him, that was a very Jewish thing.
Being so involved in the Holocaust, as you look at the big picture, was that something that helped him cope, helped him step ahead, go ahead?
He was always very clear that you couldn't conflate these things, that you couldn't say that there was something good to come out of it or that you could somehow be helped. I think there was no helping what he felt. I think that was one thing and one tragedy. And then in addition, there was his work.
What can you share about how you grew up in light of this?
Look, my parents tried to keep some privacy for me, which I greatly appreciate. And you look at, what the camera can do, and I'm of an age now where it's okay to speak on camera, but at a younger age, it would not be okay. I think children deserve their privacy, and they deserve to grow up to be who they are going to be. And my parents did a very good job allowing me that space.